Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Rob and I talk about high-end collectible comics and comic art. Subscribe if that's your kind of thing. I love to talk about comics and I post 1 or 2 videos a week doing just that. This video is going to take a look at the upcoming Paperboy collection auction from Landry Pop Auctions. The story here is pretty generic, to be honest, and the comics are mid-grade, but out of the couple of hundred books in the collection, a big percentage are either early actions or Detective 27 and 31. So it's significant. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. As a note, there are also some Paperboy collection lots being auctioned off by Landry at the same time. I'll drop a link to that section of the auction in the description because I'm not going to cover it. By the way, if you're looking at the prices that I've kind of screenshotted or are looking at prices in the auction, there is a 22% buyer's premium on these lots. So now you know. First up, Action Comics number 10, CGC 5.5. Really not the best looking copy, as that's like full on foxing on the right edge, but it's still a solid structural copy of the third Superman cover. So, you know, how wrong can you go? The estimate is $50,000 to $80,000, which seems conservative even with the foxing. A 4.0 sold for $75,000 in 2015, so I don't know. It's got a lot of room to run. Action Comics number 13, CGC 5.5, estimate $30,000 to $50,000, which seems reasonable. A 5.0 sold for $49,000 last year. This is a pretty nice looking copy, actually. It's got a little discoloration along the right edge, but otherwise it's a solid 5.5. It does have a notation I've never seen before in the grader's notes. Book torqued. I mean, it makes sense when you look at it, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this on YouTube, but, you know, the book is literally like torqued. So the back cover is up and the front cover is down, and it's kind of fanned. But I've never seen that notation before. I do wonder if that's a pressable defect. It seems like it should be, but I don't know. I've never had to deal with that. So, Action Comics number 15, CGC 6.0. Great looking book, just don't look at the back cover. There's some foxing and silverfish damage. The front cover presents really well. Estimate of $4,000 to $6,000. The question here is how much of a turnoff the foxing and silverfish damage are, because the number on the label would garner more than $6,000 for sure. Action Comics number 17, CGC 5.0, estimate $4,000 to $6,000, which is reasonable. 3 5.0s have sold for between $5,000 and $7,000 over the past year or so. The silverfish struck again on this one. It's a nice looking copy otherwise. Here's a nice one. Action Comics number 23. This is my favorite of the actions. Action Comics number 23, CGC 5.5. First Lex Luthor. Underrated book, if you ask me. Nice looking copy for the grade. Estimate of $15,000 to $20,000, which seems low. The last two 6.0s sold for more than $30,000 each, and that's recent, so I don't know. We'll see. Action Comics number 25, CGC 6.5. Some discoloration on the right edge, but otherwise this is a sharp copy. Estimate $2,000 to $4,000, which is a reasonable estimate for this book. Okay, here's the big one. Detective Comics number 27, CGC 4.0. Current bid as of this recording is $500,000. With buyer's premium, it's already over the high estimate. It'll be interesting to see where it ends up and if it pushes above this, as a 4.5 sold for $675,000 and a 3.0 sold for $600,000 last year. Like all the Paperboy books, this one has, you know, mid-grade structure and some issues with foxing, etc. The front cover presents really well, actually. I don't love the spine, and the bottom left corner is ugly, but that's just nitpicking for a 4.0. This is a really nice book, and this must have been, like, when you're looking at this collection, and you get to this, and they say, oh, we've got a Detective 27, and like, well, how good is it going to be? You get to this, and you're like, well, this is a solid copy. This is very exciting. So, and it was exciting for me. I did a short. I talked about it on Instagram. Fun times. What I didn't realize is how nice this book was, right? Obviously, getting a 7.0 in the Detective Comics number 27 would have been better than getting one on the 31, but a 7.0 for Detective Comics 31 is a pretty good consolation prize. The estimate here is $150,000 to $250,000, which seems ridiculous to me. You know, I know estimates are not supposed to be like a guide to exactly how much things are going to sell for, but that's just crazy. This is an incredible looking copy of a book that doesn't sell very often in unrestored condition. A 5.0 sold for $174,340, and a 4.0 sold for $174,000 last year. I think the sky's the limit on this one. Tied for third highest graded. As a note, I don't actually have a sense of what the best copy of this book is. I could guess that it's the church copy, but I'm not sure. There's an 8.0 in the census. There's a church copy, which we can assume is nicer than 8.0, but I know nothing about it other than it exists. There's also an Allentown copy, which was listed as very fine in the catalog, which means it could be better. I've already posed that question to the CGC forum to see what people think, and if I get any good candidates, I'll post it in a short here and follow up. So we'll see, but this one's going to be, this and the Detective 27 are so exciting, and I can't wait to see where these end up. And there you have it. This was a quick one, but it's a super fun auction, so I wanted to share my thoughts on it. Props to the Landry Pop auction guys. They did a really great job. Congratulations on getting this collection, and you've done a really good job of promoting it and presenting these amazing books. And I hope they do really well for the hobby and for you guys, because it's fun to see somebody else pop up with some goodies. It's not just Comic Connect, Comic Link, and Heritage all the time. So. Yeah, just as of this recording, there's over just a week to go, so it's going to be fun to see where these books end up. And yeah, I'll definitely report on them when they sell. So thanks. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like, share with your friends, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.